It was a perfectly ordinary Friday morning in May 2019. Jennifer Dulos dropped her 5 children off at school in New Canaan, Connecticut, one of America's wealthiest and most peaceful towns. She kissed them goodbye, drove home, and was never seen again. What followed was one of the most shocking, twisted, and heartbreaking cases in modern American history. A story of wealth, betrayal, and a darkness hiding behind a perfect life. Stay with me, because this story will shake you to your core. Jennifer Dulos was, by every measure, a woman who had everything. Born in 1968 in Athens, Greece, Jennifer grew up in a wealthy, well-connected family. She was educated, cultured, and deeply intelligent. She studied at Brown University, one of America's most prestigious colleges, and later pursued her passion for writing. She was not just a student, she was a published author. A woman who poured her heart into words, who believed that stories had the power to change lives. She was also a devoted mother of 5 children, 5 kids who adored her, 5 kids who needed her. She spoke multiple languages. She traveled the world. She was, by every definition, a woman full of life. In 2004, she married Fotis Dulos, a Greek-American real estate developer based in Connecticut. On the surface, it looked like a fairy tale. A beautiful couple, a stunning mansion in one of America's wealthiest neighborhoods, 5 healthy, happy children. But behind closed doors, the fairy tale was falling apart, piece by piece. But just how dark did it get? What was Fotis really hiding? Stay with me, because what comes next will shock you. By 2017, Jennifer had had enough. She filed for divorce from Fotis, and what came out in court documents was deeply disturbing. Jennifer described Fotis as controlling, manipulative, and intimidating. She said she lived in fear. Fear for herself. Fear for her children. Friends later recalled that Jennifer seemed constantly anxious, that she looked over her shoulder, that she was a woman trapped, desperate to escape, but terrified of what escape might bring. In her own words filed in court, Jennifer wrote, "I am afraid that if Fotis finds out I am seeking a divorce, he will take the children and disappear, or worse." Those words would prove to be tragically prophetic. The divorce battle was brutal. Fotis fought aggressively for custody. Jennifer fought back with everything she had. The legal war dragged on for nearly 2 years, filled with accusations, counter-accusations, financial disputes, and growing tension that friends say was reaching a breaking point. Jennifer told those close to her that she was scared, that something felt wrong, that she feared what Fotis was capable of. Nobody listened closely enough. And then, one Friday morning, Jennifer dropped her kids to school, drove home, and the world never heard from her again. That Friday morning, May 24th, 2019, Jennifer dropped her kids at school at exactly 8:20 a.m. She was expected at a friend's house later that afternoon. A normal visit, a normal day. She never showed up. By evening, her friends were worried. Calls went unanswered, messages ignored. Something was very wrong. Police were called. Officers drove to Jennifer's home in New Canaan, a quiet, wealthy neighborhood where nothing bad was supposed to happen. What they found inside made their blood run cold. There were signs of a violent, desperate struggle throughout the house. Furniture displaced, items knocked over. And then, in the garage, blood. Jennifer's blood. Large amounts of it. Forensic investigators would later confirm it was consistent with a serious, life-threatening physical assault. Whoever had attacked Jennifer, they had not held back. Her car was found abandoned just down the road, engine still running, as if she had been taken mid-journey. But Jennifer herself? Gone. Completely and utterly gone. But what police found next, inside those trash bags, was something nobody was prepared for. Police immediately turned their attention to one person, Fotis Dulos, and surveillance cameras told a damning, chilling story. On the very night Jennifer disappeared, cameras captured Fotis Dulos and his girlfriend, Michelle Troconis, driving through Hartford, Connecticut, 60 miles from the crime scene. They were seen stopping repeatedly at over 30 different locations along a garbage collection route. 30 locations, in one night. Police followed that exact route the next morning, and in trash bins scattered across the city, they discovered something horrifying. Black bags stuffed with clothing, household items, and materials soaked heavily in Jennifer's blood. Someone had spent hours driving across the city, methodically, carefully, trying to destroy every single piece of evidence. Both Fotis and Michelle were arrested. But the most shocking twist, it hadn't even happened yet. Fotis Dulos was formally charged with the murder of Jennifer Dulos, even though her body had never been found. Connecticut prosecutors built their case around the overwhelming forensic and surveillance evidence. It looked like justice was finally coming. But then, everything changed. In January 2020, just days before a critical court hearing that could have changed everything, Fotis Dulos was found unconscious inside his garage. A hose connected directly to his car exhaust, carbon monoxide poisoning, an apparent suicide attempt. He was rushed to hospital in critical condition. He never woke up. Fotis Dulos died 2 days later, taking every secret, every answer, every truth about what happened to Jennifer straight to his grave. Michelle Troconis was later convicted of conspiracy to commit murder in 2024. But Jennifer herself has never been found. Her 5 children, now teenagers, are being raised by Jennifer's mother, growing up without answers, without closure, without their mom. And somewhere in Connecticut, buried beneath years of silence and secrets, the full truth of what happened on that May morning in 2019 remains hidden, perhaps forever. Jennifer Dulos was a mother, a writer, a daughter, a woman who simply wanted to protect her children and live her life in peace. She deserved so much better. Her children deserve answers. If you know anything about the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos, Connecticut State Police are still actively seeking information. If this story moved you, please subscribe to the Yard Files. Every day we bring you real stories, real victims, and real justice. Because these stories matter. These people matter. Until next time, stay safe and never stop asking questions.